Today I have a number of tips to take the Zwift Meetup functionality to the next level. Zwift Meetup functionality is becoming very popular as a lot of the world are turning to virtual cycling indoors for their group riding fix. I'll link below to my previous video on meetups, what they are and how to create your own group ride, but today we're taking things to the next level. Kicking off with tip number 1, and a question that comes through quite often is how do you do multiple laps of a route for your meetup? By default, when selecting a meetup configuration, it will list just one lap of the route that you've chosen. For example, if you do Watopia Hilly, it will just default to a 10-kilometer meetup. If you want to do 4 laps, make the distance 40 kilometers, and there you go. You've got 4 laps. So tip number 1, to do multiple laps, just use a multiplier on the distance, and away you go. Tip number 2 is how to add people to your meetup a lot faster. As a meetup organizer, you do need to manually invite people to your meetup. Searching people on name can take a long time. Most people will have a unique name, but to get around this, to make it a lot faster, is to have an identifier that groups people together. For example, here in the city of Ballarat that I live, we have the Ballarat Sebastopol Cycling Club, abbreviated as BSCC. A great example of this is right here. Club President Tim Canny has created a meetup the other night, and a number of people are listed here with BSCC in the name. So when Tim was setting up this meetup, he simply searched for BSCC, and there we go. Most of the Ballarat Sebastopol Cycling Club people with that tag in their name will show up. They did have to be following Tim, but once that showed up on his screen, add, done, super fast. So if you're like Tim and you are setting up quite a number of these meetups for your club or your bunch ride, and you all have a name such as BSCC or something unique, have everybody put that in their username for Zwift, and away you go. On to tip number 3, and the coolest tip for the day, no question about it. Group workouts. They are possible with your meetups. Now, here's what you need to do to get that to happen. The event organizer needs to select Keep Together for the meetup. Now what that does is keep everyone together regardless of how hard they're going, how fast they're going. You're not going to drop off if you're still pedaling. So that Keep Together glues everyone together for the duration or the distance of the meetup. Now when you're on the sideline waiting to start the event, and everybody needs to do this individually, press E on the keyboard, Mac or PC, or navigate through the menus or touchscreen to load a workout. Anybody can load any workout because with the Keep Together, it doesn't really matter what you're doing, you'll always keep together during that meetup. So for example, if I want to do an FTP test or simply an FTP builder or even a recovery workout, we can all do different workouts. Or if you're cluey and you're a coach, you can email out a custom workout and have everybody in your meetup do the same custom workout. Remembering this group workout functionality within Meetups is officially unsupported, but I think it is super cool. A number of ways you can carve this up to have an awesome group ride experience and get a decent workout at the same time. Now there are a few things you need to remember with this. For the event organizers, it's best to select the same duration as the workout duration that everyone will be doing. If it's a 60-minute workout, make sure it's a 60-minute meetup. Workouts are all time-based, so it's best to switch from distance to time-based for all these meetups if you're doing a group workout. Now, a few of the edge cases with this, if you are completing a group workout within a meetup and the meetup finishes prior to the workout finishing, you can still ride and finish the workout. The keep together effect will be off though, so you will string out or disappear up the road or behind the bunch. If you finish the workout prior to the meetup finishing, you'll still be kept together and it'll be just a normal group ride. So it doesn't really matter either way, but ideally a 60-minute workout with a 60-minute meetup, spot on. Remembering you can use erg mode, not erg mode, a hard ride, FTP test, recovery mode, it doesn't really matter because everyone is kept together and you're all in the same ride for that meetup. Tip number 4, and how to save yourself a lot of time by recreating a previous meetup. Meetup organizers who have run an event in the past will have that event still listed in their companion app as a previous meetup. You can click on any of those and from there hit do it again. It will then prompt you with a brand new event that you can reschedule at any time on any course or any route, distance. Any of the attributes for meetups can be set here, and hopefully, all going to plan, it will import the previous invitee list over and you can hit create meetup and do it all again. That saves a ton of time without having to re-invite that whole list of people again. Almost done, and tip number 5, and that is rescheduling or changing meetups. This is possible if things change even after people have accepted the invite. I wouldn't be pushing it too close to the event, but let's say an hour or two prior, people need to push it out by half an hour, maybe change course, maybe change it to keep together so you can all do a group workout. The event organizer can make those changes and it will be reflected in the event. Finally today, tip number 6, and that is keep it simple. And trust me, this is all from first-hand experience if you've seen a live stream that I did recently on this. Number 1, don't try anything too tricky with meetups. Don't try and overlap multiple meetups. things aren't going to work too well. If you have a meetup here and try and put one over top and then rejoin the other one, keep it simple, one meetup at a time. Number 2, don't try and reschedule when you're in the start pen already. If you've dropped into the start pen and need to change the time, it's too late. You needed to do that well prior to dropping into the game. Number 3, have your invitee list finalized well before the event. And by well before, I mean at least 10 minutes prior. So preferably a few hours prior so everybody can clip in and know what's coming up, but don't try and add people too late. It's not going to work out too well. Next on my list here is to make sure everybody has the latest version of Zwift installed. Now on Mac and PC, that'll happen automatically when you first start Zwift. On Apple TV, iOS or Android, you may need to go to the stores to just double check that you do have the latest version. If people are having a bad experience trying to join these events, or it's putting them in the wrong place or rerouting them the wrong way, make sure you got a good, clean install of the latest version of Zwift, and things might go a little better for them. Next up, related to that almost, is if you're not prompted to join the meetup at 5 or 10 minutes to go, exit out, jump back into the game, and make sure that in the top right-hand corner there, that event is listed and you are listed as going on the invitee list. Now, some of these keep it simple tips may be fixed in the future or may be already resolved in maybe even today's update, but for now, follow this advice. Keep it simple, join early, join only one event at a time, and make sure your Zwift is updated. So there we have it for today. 6 more tips to squeeze the most out of that meetup functionality. First up, multiple laps. Just extend the distance out and you'll just keep looping. Number 2, adding people to your meetup faster by using a unique string or unique tag at the end of their name so the meetup organizer can quickly add people along. Number 3, group workouts. Using the keep together functionality and people selecting a workout in the starting pen, and then once the timer starts down, your workout will start. Number 4, save time by recreating your meetups with the do it again function. Number 5, rescheduling and meetup changes. The event organizer can change things, but just not too close to the event. And number 6, keep it simple. Don't try anything too tricky, log in early, have the latest Zwift installed, and away you go. Alrighty, wrapping this one up for today. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you have, give it a thumbs up. And as always, hit subscribe to support this channel. It's much appreciated. We'll see you out there.